Welcome back to Fox 5's On the Hill this Sunday. The CDC Vaccine Advisory Board voted to stop giving hepatitis B vaccines to all newborns at birth and give it at 2 months old. It's a change many in the medical community are criticizing right now. We want to welcome back in Dr. Jeffrey Gold. He is the president of the University of Nebraska and has provided medical perspective here on the Hill for us for years. Dr. Gold, great to see you as always. Why this change, and how detrimental would this be to newborns' health if this was given at 2 years old rather than at birth?
Well, the real issue here, Tom, is the risk of transmission from mom to newborn of Hep B. And hepatitis B, of course, is a viral infection that not only causes acute liver problems, but can lead to cirrhosis, cancer, liver transplantation, and things of that nature. And so the vaccine itself was actually FDA approved in 1981 and then formally recommended for newborns in 1991, so more than 30 years ago. And so the impact of this decision is certainly going to cause confusion for new parents, and appropriately so.
So what has been the recommendation up until now, and why was that thought to be the better way to go?
Well, the idea was, unless you could test every mom and know for 100% certainty that they were positive or negative for Hep B, that it was safer to just vaccinate the newborn. And over time, those vaccines were combined with hepatitis A vaccines and other childhood infection vaccines, so it was basically a single poke for the baby. It just created 100% insurance and indeed reduced the incidence over this more than 30-year period of hepatitis B in infants by over 99.9%, nearly 100% obliteration of this disease that leads to lifelong consequences. So that is really the question at hand. You know, I'm certainly not a member of the ACIP, not privileged to the conversations that underlie this conversation that they had and what prompted this decision.
Despite this change in the recommendations, can parents still go ahead and do this with their child? And if so, because it's not recommended right now, would that be covered by insurance?
Well, the question about insurance coverage is going to vary from insurance package to insurance package. You know, I'm sure Medicaid and some of the private payers and others will have different policies on this going forward. It's certainly not going to help. But for sure, I mean, single most important responsibility, or among the most important responsibilities that all new parents have, is to find a trusted healthcare provider for their newborn. And certainly if this is the first child, it's increasingly important to make that decision before the delivery day, because you know, there's stuff that happens within the first days of life that has to be dealt with that you know, you just become important to have a trusted source. Right. Relationships are built with that individual, and then, of course, that's where the best information comes from. So if I had a single bit of information to share with new parents, is find your trusted healthcare provider and ask their best advice what to do with your newborn.
He is Dr. Jeffrey Gold. He is the president of the University of Nebraska. And Dr. Gold, we thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us on the Hill this morning.